30% already. Man, I really need to upgrade. Let's see what the leaks are talking about. A new design for the Apple Watch. A redesign for the Series 7. What is up, guys? It's your boy, Mr. Tech Boy. Today I'm going to be talking about the possibility of there being a Series 7 Apple Watch redesign with thinner bezels, and I'm going to be talking about what I think Apple could add to the Apple Watch to improve it, what I think needs to be redesigned, what I think they should change. So without further ado, let's get into it. So Twitter user Steve Mosser has found inside of the iOS 14 files a Apple Watch file that has even thinner bezels and a lack of a side button. If you know or you've seen an Apple Watch, there is a home rotating crown thing, and there's a side button which you can do certain commands. Like if you double click it, you can go to Apple Pay. If you click it once, you go to the app switcher, and it has a lot of functionality. I don't see how Apple could just completely get rid of it and then there'd just be that one spinning crown. You could possibly map all the buttons that the side button has to the crown, but it would just be so complicated. What I think is happening is that the side button is going to be flush with the side of the Apple Watch so that it won't actually stick out. It's just going to be part of it. And like something like an iPhone 8, it's not going to physically click. If you don't know, the iPhone 8 doesn't actually physically go in. When you click it, it generates a vibration to make it feel like you pushed on it, but it doesn't actually click. I think if they did that for the Apple Watch, for both the side button and the crown, it would be really useful because now your Apple Watch will be more water resistant, since another place that water can get into the watch is now removed. Another thing that I would like for them to do is if they could put the speakers under the display, because maybe under the display speakers aren't that good yet, but if they could figure it out and they could figure out a way to make them good, there would be literally no way for water to get in besides like a microphone. So we could have an extremely water resistant Apple Watch. Apple Watch is already resistant up to like 100 meters. We could see Apple Watches that can go all the way deep into the depths of the ocean, which would be really cool. Another thing that I would like for them to do is remove that little hump at the bottom. Does it even show up on camera? I don't know if it shows up on camera. I'll display an image like right here, but basically there's the little hump at the bottom of the watch, and some sensors are stored in there, heart rate sensors, and it would be really cool if they could flatten out the bottom. Now there's room for maybe Qi charging. I would really want there to be wireless charging on Apple Watch, because if you have an iPhone, you have AirPods with wireless charging, and you have your watch, you can charge them all on the same charger. Wouldn't it be great that you don't have to, when you're traveling, bring 3 different chargers? You could bring one charger for your phone, one for the AirPods, and one for the watch. Bring one wireless charger. That would be extremely useful, and maybe it would allow them to bring AirPower back, since they wouldn't have to have Apple Watch coils. Personally, I'm really excited about the idea of an Apple Watch redesign, but I think adding a bunch of different features, making the bezel slimmer, and completely changing the design could make it start at $450 or $500, which is a lot. But I think that they could possibly make a cheaper Apple Watch that has last year's design, but it has the newer chip, it has some of the newer features, but it doesn't have the all-new design. Kind of like what they did with the iPhone 7 to iPhone 8 and iPhone 10. The iPhone 7 had one design, the iPhone 8 had the same design but new specs, and the iPhone 10 had both a new design and new specs. So we could be getting a more expensive Apple Watch, but also one that's still the same price. I think that would be a great way to keep everyone happy, because those who want a really expensive Apple Watch with a lot of new features can get it, and those who want to save money on an Apple Watch and get a cheaper one can get it. I think maybe they could do $450 and $349. $349 for the cheaper one, or even $300 for the cheaper one. Maybe they could do what they did with the iPhone XR and iPhone 11 line and add more colors. I would love to see a red Apple Watch, a blue Apple Watch, green, whatever they can do. I think that would be really cool to spice up the amount of colors that we have. That's really about it for the Apple Watch. There's not really a ton of new things that I want them to add, considering that it would have a flatter edge. it would be really nice to get more battery life. Maybe considering it has a flatter bottom, we can fit even more battery inside of it. But yeah, that's all for today's video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Link in the description. My name is Mr. Tech Boy, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.